Hello and welcome. If you're watching this anytime when it comes out, things are a little rough right now, so you might want to have a meal that just makes it easier and just gets out to the table, and that's what this is supposed to be. That's why we're going to be doing rice cooker, chicken, and rice. And the only thing you need is a rice cooker to do this, and the only thing I would say not to do is do not do this in an Instant Pot. It will burn, no matter how much the rice setting says it won't. Trust me, the wasted batch was not very tasty and really burnt. For this dish, we're going to need 2 cups chicken broth, 2 cups long grain rice, 1 15-ounce can diced tomatoes, 1 10-ounce can chicken breast, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon cumin, 1/4 teaspoon turmeric, and a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1 teaspoon paprika. Now on the last two, you can just use any of one spicy sort of pepper. So if you just have chili powder, you could use that. But if you have more than one flavor, it's nice to expand it with more than one, which is why I'm doing that here. As I mentioned in the beginning, this recipe is designed to give you time back. So this is really just what they call a dump recipe. You're just going to put all the ingredients in the rice cooker, and once you've got them in there, hit the button, and that's it. That's your time for the entire meal. Unfortunately, a lot of these recipes the dump style recipes, since they don't have other techniques in them, tend to be a little bit low on flavor. Now, what you can do, and what we're doing here, is we're making up for that with our spices. So we're going to use a variety of spices to make it all taste just a little bit different and not like some generic bland thing. Whereas if we just had sort of tomatoes and chicken and rice, it would just be, hey, look, this is okay. This, on the other hand, will give you kind of a spicy kick to the chicken and everything, and that's going to make it a little nicer, and hopefully make it a little more of a comfort food, something you can eat and just kind of sit there and go, okay, I feel a little better. So, once you get all that mixed together, like I said, you hit the cook button on the rice cooker, and then comes the very important part. When it's done and you hear it beep, hello, yes, that is the very important part right there. Someone photobombed for inspection here. So, what you need to watch out for is that you don't leave the rice cooker on warm. As soon as you hear it beep and it's done, just go and turn it off, stir it, fluff it a little, and then you're going to have it look like this. Give it a few seconds to just kind of steam off, and it'll dry down a little bit. Once you've given it that 5 minutes or so, not a couple seconds, 5 minutes, it will look basically like this. So sort of any chicken and rice dish you've ever made. Also, of note, before I made mine, I actually swapped out the regular diced tomatoes I used in the ingredients slide for diced tomatoes with chilies. And that just is to add a little bit more flavor to it, and again, give it a wider flavor base, especially since we're using all canned and all ingredients that are maybe not the best in flavor, so we need to enhance them where we can. Alright, before we get this out on a plate, here is Aria, proving to me that she can sneeze faster than my camera can take a picture, and here she is in the picture that she would like you to see. Hopefully that made you smile. Alright, and with Layla's approval, we are done with making the dish. This is a pretty nice recipe. It's simple. It still has a lot of flavor, and that's why we went with a nice kind of a wide assortment of spices. And it's just to make it, like I said, just to make something that still tastes good but doesn't take a lot of work. This is the epitome of that, being a dump style recipe, and the only worry you have to do is just making sure you turn it off as soon as it's done with the cooking cycle, and don't let it go to the warm cycle. So a nice, super easy recipe. You can make this anytime. You can change up the spicing to fit kind of whatever you want. You could use Italian spices, and you would get a more Italian-feeling dish. The taste of your spicing is what really dictates where you kind of feel the dish comes from in the world. So, with that, I hope you had a good time. I hope I made you laugh or gave you some ideas for dinner. Hopefully you have a good day, and hopefully you have a great meal.